Hello, Twitch and YouTube! I am Ebia. Welcome back to the Mass Effect Andromeda stream. Started an hour early, so I'll be going for 6 hours today? Yeah. And of course, we're just going to be focusing more on side quests. We'll finish up Vold because we're literally right in front of it. Last time we made Elaaden viable at 100%, got the colonies set up, got used somehow. Learned that Krogan are not the best when it comes to passwords. And saved a baby. And their parents. Oh. Mission failed. We'll get it next time. Maybe. Right, light.
I take it you moved your stuff over from the Nexus?
Yeah, my squatter's paradise is all the more cluttered. What's up?
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it.
Old orbit is steady. Approaching the LZ.
Hopefully we shouldn't have any tech issues tonight. God, I hope not. Oh, man.
I'm reading a severe temperature drop.
It's like, yeah, let's start stream
Environment
early.
check.
I shouldn't
Temperatures
drift
are
off.
within
Drifts
acceptable
off.
parameters. Life support is back online.
Hi, Otis.
Pathfinder, something I can do for you? You the requisitions officer? I hear you're having supply issues.
Of course not. I don't know what you've heard, but everything's running fine.
Your communications say otherwise. You haven't received a shipment in weeks.
Those data pads are encrypted. How did you... I need to keep this news contained. No one knows the shipments have stopped. If word gets around, we'll have a serious morale drop. I need to investigate this quietly.
You have any leads?
Not much. The supplies make it planetside, but never reach the base. The obvious answer is the Ket. Sabotage is their style. We changed our drop point, but no luck. I can't send someone to investigate without word getting around. I guess there's no avoiding it eventually.
Sounds like
I can take a look at the drop
betrayer.
point. That way no one will panic.
I can't sanction an official search, but I also can't stop you from investigating on your own. The nav point for the last drop location is in my personal console. You seem to be adept at decryption, so I'll let you figure out the rest.
Decryption successful, Pathfinder. Updating your nav system with a supply drop point. I'm reading a severe temperature drop. Life support is stable.
Probably. Hey, Caravan, how's it going?
Let's do this! Why were Angara attacking us?
Path.
Nice. I'm currently working on this past weekend. I'm tired, as usual. It's drifting off a little bit during stream. Sorry, but I'm good. Just had some Chinese food. A bit disappointed because I asked for a little spicy and it was very spicy. So, unfortunately, I don't think I'll be getting General Tso's chicken again, which makes me sad. I like heat, but I don't like heat to the point where I can't eat it. In this case, it was still edible,
The
but
temperature is falling, Pathfinder.
yes, the Angarian AI. That was not. But I can make this. Booyah.
The ambient temperature is normal. Pathfinder, my scans indicate this site may be worth searching for Angaran relics. This seems to be Angaran, but I can't find any data on it.
Maybe available know more about it. Put it in cargo.
Alright, now to you.
The temperature is falling, Pathfinder. I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder. Life support restored. I'm reading a temperature decrease. Life support restored.
I was just
I'm
here.
reading a temperature decrease.
Awesome, so I can fast travel in a cave. Thank goodness. Ugh, wake up me. Alright, now to Elaaden. For a ton of side missions.
Oh, Gil wanted you to check in. Volt orbit is steady.
We're on course.
Oh my god, is everyone going to change squad members? Yeah, we're just gonna switch out Drac for, You know what? We've never really used PB before. Let's use PB.
Pathfinder, this site can support an initiative outpost.
Alright, let's see. Where's this artifact? All the way out there. Hell's Promise. Cheery. Support to the west.
I met your sister on the Nexus. She's really...
Chatty, bouncy, irritating.
Yeah. I don't know anyone like that. She said you raised her?
Well, I
Like-
tried. She was a handful.
What was it? Just couldn't wait to be a mom?
Excuse me?
Never mind.
Tad insensitive there, PB, but okay. I think Fetcher would be a good mom. Sand, sand, wonderful sand.
There may be something here that is relevant to your search for Ankaran artifacts. No data is available, but this may be Angaran.
Avela will want to see this.
Alright, got that one.
Etc.
Now?
Yeah. See, I had an older sister. 500 years older. By the time I was self-aware, she was already a matriarch. In other words, I had two mothers, and they tag-teamed, trying to raise me right.
Well, Sid and I had no parents, and someone had to be responsible.
I get it. That's why I apologized.
I doubt you do.
Forget I said anything.
Venom. No, apologizing is always a good start. Spitbog! Why is it called a spit bug? It's a bug that spits stuff. Listen, no one said we had to be creative. Come on! Ah! And I made it too. Booyah! God, I love this vehicle. No man better than Mako. Though the Mako does have a cannon.
Sam, another memory trigger?
Yes, though my memory array remains locked. Additional triggers are required.
See the Nomad for a second, I was like, did it fall off? Woo! That's a sinkhole if I mean, don't go in that. Don't go in that area. Bad things might happen.
The
Spitbog!
Angara seem cool.
They could be allies. But I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up hating us. Damn, I hope they're allies.
That's why we always gotta make sure we make a good first impression. Right, Liam? Ah! Sir. There is. Yep. Mushroom! Oh, I can't scan it. dead. Oh, he chunky. Oh, it's a cat. That's why. Oh yeah.
Another memory trigger?
Yes, though my memory array remains locked. Additional triggers are required.
Never had a chance. I'm liking the Revnik gun. It's nice to finally have a full auto weapon. Oh! I might not have should have done that. Oh well.
Vetra, you okay? That last fight, you were...
You ever get that feeling like you're watching yourself from afar? You see everything around you? For a moment there, I saw. I saw where I was, who we were fighting, and I just...
I
don't
lack
wanna talk about it.
context.
It won't happen again.
Looks like that was another memory gate, Sam.
And the last. However, a deeper
Huh.
level of encryption is in place. Unfortunately, the conditions to unlock it haven't yet been satisfied.
Well, let me know when that changes. No telling what Dad was up to.
Interesting. Let's get Okyu's research.
Those are some pretty crazy rock formations.
We've reached the nav point provided by Dr. Gunnar. The Krogan terminal should be nearby.
Okay, eyes peeled, everyone. Let's get in and get out.
This is the active terminal. Initiating download. Hostile shuttle incoming.
Sam. Come on, come on. How big are those files?
Unreasonably large. Also, this terminal holds 15 exabytes of data, and I have no way to gauge what is important.
Damn. Should have thought of that.
Sorry, Sam.
More baddies incoming!
Download complete. We may leave now.
Hit them now!
Easy for you to say. Can you tell what's in all that data? Better have been worth almost getting killed.
Much is encrypted. However, a few phrases stand out.
That'll show.
Krogan Super Soldier, Pure Krogan, and Tank Bread.
Grunts!
Interesting. Send me a report of what you can decipher.
Man, I hate the cat.
We've got targets!
Take that, Garant Golem! Because it looks like if a Monster Hunter rides something. It really does. Place to lure. Alright, do that while so it's also a pretty good place.
PB, quid pro quo.
Yeah, sure. You're sorry for jumping down my throat when I apologize for jumping down your throat. All good.
The truth is, I really like you.
Surprising, right? I have to say, I like you too. You're cool.
She
I mean,
is.
for an uptight, overbearing older sister. Kidding.
Look, I like uptight women.
Incoming!
So it calmed down. Now what?
I guess we ask the shaman?
I gotta admit, the detail in this thing looks really good. Like, look at his jowls. These gills? Huh. God dang, the detail in this game is fantastic. bird. Hi.
I can't believe the terminal has gone missing. Thank you for bringing me the data. Now I can continue the work of Dr. O'Keir. The Krogan will be great again.
Okay. Let me know how that goes.
Why is my chest?
Been out of the Sea of Ataraxia? Pretty well.
Get away from Morda.
Hi. Okay. You know, I don't like having a light shined in my face either. Ooh. Ship model.
Pathfinder, you're back.
I set the lure. We should be in business.
Good. I already filled Varka in.
I don't like it, but I won't back down from a challenge.
Gren's another story. He refuses to fight with Varka.
A Krogan wouldn't run away from a fight. There has to be more to this.
He's a coward. Knows I'm the better warrior. Doesn't want to look bad.
You want to try reasoning with him? I don't think he'll listen to an outsider, but it's worth a shot.
I think he has the hots for her.
Think we'll have to go back to Nia? No. Star physiology should last us for at least the next decade.
Wow. Hi.
It's Gren, isn't it? I'm the Pathfinder. There's a right of union waiting for you.
I told Kordic, and now I'm telling you, I won't do it.
Varka already agreed to the right.
Don't care. I'm not fighting with that arrogant sack of rocks.
You want to destroy the colony over this stupid feud?
This colony is all I give a damn about.
Then don't let it get that far. Do the right thing, Gren.
You sound like Kordic. Fine. If it gets everyone off my back, I'll perform the rite. But I don't trust Varka to fight fair. The second that fiend is dead, she'll gun for me. I need a third party to keep her in check. Someone neutral, like a Pathfinder.
Me?
That's right. I don't fight unless you do.
What about my squad?
No squad. Just you, me, and Varka.
Guess I don't have much of a choice.
Okay.
Pathfinder, turns out that fiend lured the female, brought 2 males with her.
You gotta be kidding.
Now this is a fight.
One down, 2 to go. Ah! I got punched. I did it!
Three fiends. They'll be talking about this for years.
You're a tough one, Varka. Couple of those bites should have killed you.
Almost did. Your quick shooting saved my hide.
Yeah, well.
You're both strong, but together, you're unstoppable.
Yeah, I get it.
You're pretty impressive yourself, Pathfinder.
Too bad you're not Krogan. You'd make a good warlord.
Yeah.
Warlord Ryder does have a nice ring to it.
Ha ha! Spoken like a Krogan.
I love the Krogan. The Asari, honestly, are probably my race in here. I love all the other Milky Way races. Whew. Almost said racist. That's not what I want. Alright, let's go find signs of the Turian arc, shall we? Oh, that's exile raid. That's not what I want. It's over here. Well, we got a long drive ahead of us.
So, how do you feel about Sam being in on everything we say and do?
You do know Sam's listening right now, right?
Ugh.
Watch out,
dear.
traitor! I hope we're not stuck.
With this thing? No. But you were with me when we climbed over a freaking mountain in this. Oh, that's a big crater. We'll be fine. See? Oh man, look at that backdrop. Oh, this is for Caravan. So Caravan, I have decided that my D&D world has 2 moons because I like that idea. And clearly, it looks really nice. Very fancy.
I don't think I see a bottom.
Yep. Oh, is that it?
How long have we been driving around? Feels like hours. You sure you're going the right way?
Well, there aren't any signs.
So why did you come here?
Short answer? Never been before.
That's it?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Combat feels so good in this game. Like, I hope the next Mass Effect game that they are working on one, and I will be buying it. I hope they keep the combat from this game, along with the mobility of the jump jets, because it feels so good. Well, there you go, Vetro. We got out and stretched the legs.
Oh, shit.
Stasis pods from Ark Natanus.
Are any of them alive?
It's difficult to obtain a clear reading on all pods at once. We should investigate.
I think we're done.
Subject is a child. Not Mason Barrow. Reading negative.
Help me get it open.
Pathfinder, the body has no vitals.
Sam, check the pod's history.
According to the final log, this stasis pod was jettisoned from Ark Natanus.
Maybe when it hit the Scourge.
The timeline doesn't match. This pod was ejected long after Natanus was reported missing.
These stasis pods were dumped for a reason.
Pick one. Andromeda's nothing but dangerous.
We should finish checking the pods for Mason, then report back to Avidus.
Perhaps a distant cousin.
Also, sorry if I'm quiet, chat. I also don't really have much to say right now.
One of your people tried to enter our family quarters. You tell him if we catch him there again, he's losing a hand.
If you touch my people, we have a problem. Karista Chana, Andromeda Initiative. Here to oversee
Hi.
operations and attempt to repair relations between the Nexus and the Nakmor clan. It is a tremendous accomplishment, securing their cooperation.
Just make sure you guys don't screw it up a second time.
Well deserved. Leadership's previous decisions regarding the Krogan were short-sighted, prejudiced. I won't repeat their mistakes.
How's the situation here?
Actually, I have a concern. There's a remnant architect in the area. You might have even seen it on your way in. If it detects us, or the Krogan, it's going to attack.
Remnant. Always stomping around like they own the place.
Ryder,
Don't worry. I'll have a good long talk with it.
I'll leave you to it then.
I should get going.
Be well, Pathfinder.
I'll have a good long talk, and by long talk, we're talking at least a long 10 to 20 minute fight. Oh, that's actually close by.
It's huge!
Yep.
Go for the legs! Time for a headshot!
Ow.
Don't let it reproduce!
It reproduces?
Get it! Leg!
Let's do this!
Just keeps making more! Get its legs! Peekaboo! Shoot the head!
Oh, this thing is tanky.
It's multiplying! Take it out! Aim for the legs!
Oh, second leg down.
After it! The legs are weak! Peekaboo! Shoot the head!
Ow. 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 I need ammo. Here's ammo.
Just keeps making more!
I will not die. I will not die. I will not die. Yay!
Quick, interface!
I don't know who did it, but thank you.
Dang it.
Yay. Oh.
Think that's it.
Four more remnant data cores. Woo! First try. Some very, very close calls.
One of your people tried to enter our family quarters.
Good
You
news?
tell him if we catch him
The
there
architect is
again, he's
pacified.
losing
It
a
might
hand.
come close, but it won't be a danger.
That's a relief. Thank you, Ryder.
I should get going.
Be well, Pathfinder.
And I'm glad I went with a half day of work today.
Gil's been asking if you can come by.
Tracking a remnant architect.
Ugh. Oh, wait, why am I here again? Oh yeah, what if I'll see any Krogan around? Oh,
You're
right,
listening to
now I
HNS,
remember.
your source for news in Helios, an independent arm of the Andromeda Initiative.
Ugh.
Colonial Affairs, please advise Director Tan of your status.
Hi, Sarissa.
A friendly face. Hello, Ryder. I'm a little short on friends since everyone heard what happened to Ishara.
You can earn those friends back. Be the hero they want you to be.
It's a lot to ask. Ishara was beloved, rightly so. But there's work to do, and I've been sitting idle too long. Hate it or not, I belong on a front line.
Cora said you fought plenty of battles, that you were the hero of Kirkus.
Ha. I survived Kirkus, anyway.
What happened?
The enemy fired artillery at civilian targets. I used my biotics to shield part of a city. I can make a good shield, as you've seen. I lost dear friends in that battle, but we saved a lot of people. That makes me a hero. I'll take it.
Have you talked about your biggest
Cora
fan,
really
girl?
idolized you. Have you spoken since?
Awkwardly. She's angry, but trying to understand. But we do speak, and more importantly, listen. Reminds me of the days when I had students.
Now that the Asari Ark is safe, what's next for you?
I'll be tracking the Ket through their secret routes in the Scourge and burning them out. Charting the Scourge will help everyone. Some incidental revenge is a bonus.
Now that the Asari Ark is...
Charting the Scourge will help everyone. Some incidental revenge is a bonus.
I never knew Matriarch Ashara, the last Asari Pathfinder. What was she like?
The best my people have to offer. Powerful, just, diplomatic. I was a dowdy soldier by comparison. I tell myself she'd understand why I... But she didn't think that way. Diplomacy allows compromise. War doesn't.
Good luck, Sarissa.
Thank you. I'll need it.
Yep.
I know Sarissa's been dropping in at the Pathfinder HQ. It's just... I'm not good with everything yet. You're a hero to Apex, you know. I won't disillusion them. Much.
Colonial Affairs, please advise Director Tan of your status.
hey, it's past 2022.
How are things going with Ark Lucinia?
The Asari seem happy just to be alive, but the Nexus is running out of places to put them.
I know. The outposts can't come fast enough.
What do we do in the meantime?
Would they be willing to go back into stasis?
After what they've been through? You get to ask them.
I see your point. Just double them up in whatever quarters we have.
Easier said than done.
Hi.
Good work locating the Asari Ark, Ryder.
There were a few bumps along the way, but we handled it.
Perhaps it's best I don't know. All that matters is that the Lucinia has returned, safe and sound. Did you have some other business?
Nope. I'm about to start looking for the Turian one as well.
Please report to the commons area. William Spender.
Why did I start doing the Dragon Ball GT Japanese theme? You know what? I'm gonna come out and say it. Well, I haven't seen the entire series. I liked GT when it. I liked it. It wasn't bad.
Oh, Gil wanted you to check in.
I also have a video call.
You have AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
Do I? Look at our ship models. They're slowly, very slowly getting bigger.
Hello, Ryder. Kodara Port has raised questions
Don't
for the
think I'll
future.
be able to get them all, though.
What questions?
If we succeed in Andromeda, more AI will be created. We are all individuals. Some may commit illegal acts. But if AI are also citizens, there must be laws and penalties for us too. I wonder what form they will take.
Thanks, Sam. Nothing more.
So it's just mediocre then. Which isn't bad. Oh man, for a minute I couldn't get out of my room.
VidCon channels are ready, Pathfinder.
Ryder, I was just about to call you.
Everything all right?
I've got numbers, coordinates, flashing in my head. I think it's an SOS from Mason.
It could be coming from your SAM implant.
He's sending me his location.
We did find evidence that Natanis may be intact.
What evidence?
A bunch of stasis pods were jettisoned from the Ark. No survivors. But the logs show it happened long after Natanis hit the Scourge.
Someone's still flying the damn thing.
Or keeping it afloat, at least.
Here are the coordinates for my implant. Meet me there. We'll find answers.
Let's go. Hey guys, you worried about more people with the Saurian art? Well, I'm about to go get the Turian one.
Approaching the nav point provided by Avitus.
Wow, that got banged up.
That's the Turian Ark. It's seen better days.
Incoming call.
Pathfinder, I think we're on the right track.
No kidding. Is it safe to board?
Only one way to find out. I'll meet you inside.
Veteran warrior. No, grandpa.
Limited power. Life support's busted. Surprised there's any gravity at all.
This can't be easy to see.
I'm not really a feelings type of guy, Ryder.
Even so.
Let's just find Mason. HO47C. It was supposed to be the Turian homeworld in Helios.
Like Habitat 7.
Whoever was piloting the Ark wanted to get here. No matter the cost.
They wanted to find home.
It's not really a home if no one's left to live there. Come on. Speculating won't get us anywhere.
We're lucky this part of the Ark survived.
Looks can be deceiving, Pathfinder. The hull is barely holding together.
Thanks, Sam. Always a ray of sunshine.
I could provide analysis via the scanner, Pathfinder.
Well, for GT, we only had up from the beginning to the whole general Realdo thing.
Hey, this door's still got power.
I wouldn't open that, Pathfinder. It leads to space. Perhaps you could divert the power to a different door.
Hey, there's still power in this one. Sam, no. Not this one.
Power has been diverted, Pathfinder.
Leave that door closed. This is a sleep place.
This one's still got juice.
Looks pretty busted. Think your Sam can get us in?
Only one way to find out.
I found a log from Dea Prayton, the Ark's captain. The video is corrupt, but I can recover the audio.
Play it.
Something's tearing the Tannis apart. Half the cryo chamber is gone, trying to get anyone awake to the escape pods. Spirits, there's no time. Find Mason.
Dea was abandoning ship.
She wouldn't leave unless the situation was dire. Natanus didn't get here on its own. We need to know what happened next.
The rest of the data on this console is corrupt. Perhaps if we find another. Or the Ark's SAM node.
Alright, let's keep looking. Well, we're not going that way. This one also needs power.
Maybe we can use the same trick as last time? Divert power from something else?
Huh. Potential love interest?
The door should now be operational, Pathfinder.
Mason, what are the numbers? Black Ops is a good game.
Avidus, over here.
There's still life in this one.
Sam, how are we doing?
Mason, bring it back.
The video's corrupted on this one, too.
What about audio?
Repairing now. 1 moment, please.
We're going to find him, Avidus.
Mason, he's more than the Pathfinder to me.
Playing audio now.
Sam, how far to Abby's pod?
300 meters.
An easy stroll then. Damn it! Maybe not so easy.
Where's the rest of it?
That is all I could recover.
Damn it. He was looking for your pod. Do you remember anything before waking up on Havarl?
I told you. My first memory was clawing out of my stasis pod.
Then we keep looking.
That door leads to the SAM node. We've got to get in there. Surprise! It's locked.
The sound node should now be accessible.
Oh,
Sam, where's the Pathfinder? Where's Mason?
Avi. Commence. Stars.
Avi, isn't that what Mason called you?
He's the only one who calls me that.
My counterpart is suffering from severe trauma. If I partition the damage, it may be able to speak with us.
Be careful. I don't want to lose this Sam because we rushed for answers.
Avitus Riggs. Welcome home.
Sam, Mason sent coordinates to this location. I need to find him.
You are mistaken. I sent the coordinates.
What do you mean you sent the coordinates?
The Pathfinder ordered me to help Avitus find a home for the Turians. I located our destination, HO47C, then sought out Avitus.
Why would Mason do that?
It was his last request.
This thing's still busted. It doesn't know what it's talking about.
We should have access to Mason's logs. Maybe there's something in there.
Abby, whatever we hit, a piece of it shredded my suit. Stings like hell, but spirits, it's beautiful. I need you to go on, for the both of us. Don't let that temper get the better of you. Sam, commence transfer.
Yes, Pathfinder.
What's up with all the Pathfinders dying?
He died before the transfer was complete. That must be the source of Sam's trauma.
Why bring me here? What was the point?
To complete the transfer, the Turians need a Pathfinder.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I never thought I'd get the job. My whole career, I worked alone. I don't know how to lead people. I don't want to lead people.
Guess what, bucko? I was thrust into this position too. So if I can do it, you can do it.
Avitus,
so
I've seen
believe in
protect
you,
settlers.
for I believe
found
in you.
the Turian Ark. You've already been playing the part of Pathfinder. Just without the title.
A title that belongs to Mason.
Which he wanted you to have. Rejecting it won't bring him back.
What if I let him down?
You could only do that by walking away.
Ah, damn it, you're right.
That was a good line.
It'll be safer on the Nexus. Suvi, call Tan. We need a shuttle to pick up the SAM node. Tell him we found the Turian Pathfinder.
That was a good line there, Ryder. Before I let him down, you will if you walk away. Ooh. Nice.
Gil's been asking if you can come by.
That's neat. Man. God, it's such a shame that so many people just crapped on this game. I want more.
Wow. Look at all this. The Scourge did a number here, didn't it? To think this was supposed to be the Turian home, now the Exiles have taken over.
Cosmic radiation is off the charts, Ryder. You'll need to stay in the Nomad.
What good are these fancy suits if they don't block radiation?
In normal situations, they do. But this planet's magnetic field was disrupted when it cracked open. No protection from a cosmic ray tearing you apart at the molecular level.
So, stick to the Nomad.
Descent engine engaged. Good luck, Ryder.
Yeah. Hooray! Low gravity. Alright, I'll be back, chat. I gotta use the bathroom. I'm also gonna get some water to help me stay awake. Alright, I'm back. Good thoughts. Really solid one. Unfortunately, it's not. Hitting rocks for science. There's not a lot here. But I will try to get all the forward stations unlocked. Yeah, because I love driving here because, low gravity.
Gravity's lower than we're used to, Pathfinder. Gil says you shouldn't worry about accidentally hitting escape velocity.
With me sitting in this, won't happen.
I love it.
Mining zones have been
I
added
like
to
how
your
we can
nav
also use our
system,
thrusters to propel ourselves forward in midair.
Sam, what is that?
A mining dome, Pathfinder. You should be able to exit the Nomad once inside.
What about the crazy space radiation?
The dome structure prevents cosmic rays from entering.
Ah, convenient.
Activating automated forward station deployment.
Oh, they are designed to do, however, so.
Mining zones have been added to your nav system, Pathfinder. Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface. Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station. Mining zones have been added to your nav system, Pathfinder.
Okay there, Drac? Alright, I'm gonna do it. We did not make it. Cool. Oh my. Alright, let's fall to our death now. I'm pretty sure I jumped that whole ravine once last time. on, guys. Why are you worried? I got this.
Whoa. That's unsettling.
Ah! Oopsie. Whoops. My bad.
Don't look down, guys.
Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station. Mining zones have been added to your nav system, Pathfinder.
Despite everything that went wrong here, that's quite a view.
Oh yeah. Like, God. Hey look, there's the Ark. The Tannis. Again, I just want to say, this game's skyboxes are fantastic. Like, oh.
Activating automated forward station deployment.
Just, oh. I want to go to space.
Mining zones in this region are available.
According to Sid's intel, that's where those settlers are being held. We should check it out.
I do not detect life in our immediate vicinity.
Let's head in, but stay sharp. My sister may have missed something in her investigation.
Looks like no one's home.
I swear if Sid sent us on a pointless search, I'm going to drill her shin plates.
Move! Go!
What the hell was that?
Did I land on you? Sorry.
Ah, Nix. So good to finally meet you. And you brought friends. That's even the Pathfinder, if I'm not mistaken. My bait worked better than expected.
The missing settlers.
Who are you? Why are you kidnapping innocents?
Innocents? They're criminals. You helped them get away from me. You think I'm gonna let that go? Get comfortable. You'll be here a while.
Case of mistaken identity?
I'm just as lost as you are.
It's okay, Vetra. You don't have to cover for us. That was Merryweather. She runs a smuggling ring on Kadara. We worked for her. Vetra helped us get out of it. New lives, hiding in the outposts.
So you're helping people. There was no need for all that modesty.
It's not modesty. I didn't help anyone.
Okay. You didn't help anyone.
I'm getting out of here.
We've tried. There's no way out.
There's always a way out.
Have you tried a Krogan? Pff, done. See? The man literally head-belted a wall down.
Ryder, you have to believe me. I've no idea what's going on. I'm going to get answers, but first we have to get out of here.
Oh, now I get it. Now I remember. Nope, Vetra did not do any of this.
Vetra seems really agitated. It's making me doubt what really happened. I hope this all gets sorted out soon.
Do you know what Merryweather plans to do with us?
We were always bait for Vetra. Now that Vetra's here, Merryweather has no use for us. And for Vetra, most likely revenge. Merryweather doesn't care for people who meddle in her business. Nothing good in store for anyone, I'm certain.
There was some mention of you being a Nexus exile?
Yeah. I'm not proud of it. When we first got here, things were bad. Real bad. It was all too easy to start scapegoating the initiative. When the revolt happened, I joined. But things aren't better on Kadara. More out there on your own. Thanks to Vetra, I got a second chance to do things right.
I wish I knew what he was talking about.
Tell me more about Merryweather.
She used to be some kind of military surveyor. Now, she's a gang leader and smuggler. Working for her was all right at first. Then, she started doing things we didn't agree with. But you don't just quit working for Merryweather. We needed someone to help hide us. Now, Merryweather's convinced we're scheming against her, or something.
How did Merryweather get a base on this planet?
She made friends on Kadara. Some Angarans who told her about this place. It was a mine or something. Got damaged and abandoned. It was perfect for Merryweather. She wanted to strike out on her own, away from Sloan. We put a lot of work into this place. Carved out a niche, doing things even Sloan won't touch.
You said Vetra helped you. How exactly?
Some of us were trying to get off Kadara. She must have heard about it through contacts. She reached out to us, made up assignments at the outposts. That got us free. We didn't meet her in person, only over comms. Maybe it was never really her.
You think?
Anyway, we thought Merryweather would let us go. We were wrong.
There'll be time to talk later.
I'm never gonna get out of here.
Door controls are not accessible from here, Pathfinder.
There has to be a way out.
I can open the doors from my end, but they're powered down. We need to get them going again.
Your end? Who are you?
I don't like the sound of this, Ryder.
Just get those doors some power!
It appears functional.
No way to know until we try. Now we just have to get this power flowing to that door. That cable's not going to get power to that door. These might connect the door to the generator.
And there you go!
Hi, Sid.
Oh, crud. Hacking the door tripped a silent alarm. If the guards see Galloway and the others, they're dead. We gotta hide them. The storage room.
Everyone, in here.
That took care of it. We should check that the colonists are okay.
Is everyone okay?
Sidera, Nix, you've been pretending to be me, haven't you?
How did you?
Think I don't recognize my own tricks? And stop using my voice.
Sorry. It was just easier to get things done when people thought I was you. You know, because you have contacts and stuff.
Sid.
So you didn't help us, just like you said. It was...
Yeah, my kid sister.
Give your sister some credit, Vetra. This wasn't exactly easy to pull off.
Ryder, don't encourage her. Sid, I know you're in the facility somewhere. Get back in your shuttle and return to the Nexus.
But I can help you get everyone out of here.
You hacked a door without checking for safeguards. That's help we don't need.
So walk me through it. I got eyes on the base.
Ryder?
If she can tell us what we're up against, that'll be a big help.
See?
Fine, but she has to follow my instructions. Can you do that, Sid?
Yes, Vetra.
Yes, Mom.
We'll stay put and follow you when it's safe. Don't want to get caught in the crossfire.
The sooner we get going, the better. Sid'll alert us if anything's headed our way.
Head down the corridor, through the mess hall. That's quickest.
Before we go farther, are you in a safe spot?
Yeah, I'm tapped into their system from outside. Shuttle's well hidden. Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
Did you know your sister was messing about impersonating you?
Do you think I would have let her if I knew? This explains a bunch of the strange reactions I've gotten from some of my associates. Shit, I have no idea what else she's done in my name.
Yeah.
Sid, we're going to need you to hack into systems to cause a disruption.
Right.
Only one. Get in and get out. Too much messing around and they'll track you down.
What's Merryweather up to today? Anyone know?
Sid, what's that door?
Looks like it leads to some kind of workshop. Could be some gear in there.
Any security?
Yeah, loads. If I open the door, you'll have to deal with them. I can send a surge of power to that generator.
The electrical discharge from that could take out some of them.
Really? Just Just 2 options. Okay.
Ryder,
Overload that generator as I walk through the door.
You got it.
What up, boyos? And girlos.
Really have to kill them all?
would you prefer they went after your friends?
No, but never mind. Take that passageway next.
Honey,
It'll
I'm
take you
sorry, we
through-
didn't really have much of a choice.
It looks like a bunch of cages.
Is it if we kill them or they kill us?
What the hell is happening? Who's messing with security? Why are the feeds down? Someone answer me!
Is it true Angara eat those Karkin things? Damn, those guys are hardcore.
That's a lot of animals.
They could be training them as a security measure. If they're still feral, they could soften up those guards for us. Then again, they might also attack us. Turrets. Those might be a problem.
I could turn them off or change the attack protocols.
How about turret?
Turn those turrets on Merryweather's men. That should get them out of our way.
Here we go. guys were amazing. Anyway, you should head through the workshop next. That's the direct way out. There's a rat in the system. I want this rat caught. Double the rations for anyone that does it. I could dump out whatever's in those tanks.
That stuff cuts right through shields. If we're not careful, that'll hurt both them and us. If that engine has a charged core, it might explode. Looks like you've got loads of options.
Boom!
Sid, can you fire up that engine? Let's blow them up.
Ugh, that's gonna hurt.
tell me you're gonna talk to your sister about all this?
Oh, you have no idea.
Sid, as your future brother-in-law, you are in trouble.
That was really awful. I knew you guys did stuff like this, but helping you do it, it's different.
That's why I never wanted you involved in the things I did. You can't have excitement and adventure if you can't handle pain and blood.
Well, I guess it's straight through the door next.
Sid, what do we have coming up? Sid?
Looks like...
Sid?
I think someone found my shuttle. I can hear. I think I gotta... Oh no.
Sid! Sid, come in! They found her. They're gonna kill her. Why'd you have to go be the hero, Sid? Stupid. So stupid.
Sid's leverage. They won't kill her just yet. We just have to be quick.
You're right. I think I can trace Sid's signal. Should take us to her. No time to waste, but we have to be careful. They have my sister. Watch out! They're coming straight for us! Ryder, watch out! I think they're trying to get clever.
Weird animation there from the Drac.
I didn't kill anyone. I don't even know how to shoot a gun. You want your rat veteran nicks? You come to me. Help!
Any thoughts of changing sides? Not really. Whoa, I went through the door. Hi.
Think carefully about your next move, Pathfinder.
That explodes, it takes you out too.
You won't let that happen.
Vetra. It's going to be okay. We're gonna get you out of this.
Okay. We're talking. Now what?
Put your weapons on the ground. Get them! Kill all of them!
Should have at least shouted that. Where you going, Merryweather?
Get down! Stay down!
I won't let anyone get to her, don't you worry.
Grandpa Dragon house. Shot Merryweather in the back. She's a coward!
More of Merryweather's thugs taking up position.
I see him.
you all right? Are you hurt?
I'm fine. I think.
Let's get you to your shuttle. Are you all right? Are you hurt?
I think I'm okay.
Help's on the way. We're all good, thanks to you.
I didn't mean for any of this. I'm sorry, okay?
You can't just mess around with people from Kadara. They're dangerous.
These guys wanted to start over, not be exiles anymore. No one else was giving them a chance, so I thought, I can do that. I can help.
These are good people who made bad choices. Your sister did the right thing.
She still should have talked to me. I don't
That
want
is
you
true.
hurt. There are ugly sides to what I do, and you shouldn't have to deal with them.
You started out when you were my age and you managed okay?
That wasn't by choice. You saw what we did here. This isn't all fun and games, Sid.
Yeah, I was shocked at first, but I understand now, and I can handle it.
I don't want you to have to.
Whatever. I'm going back to the Nexus, like you wanted.
Sounds like you're gonna need a long talk.
Before I even attempt to talk, she'll need some time to think. We both do. Hey, at least the settlers are safe. Thanks for helping me out with this, Ryder. Can we just get moving now?
Hey. I have 24 points. Let's do Kyro Beam. Shoot ice out of my hands.
Looks like the kid was pretty upset with you.
The usual.
Curfew's unfair. Staying back in the Nexus where it's safe is unfair. Everything's unfair.
She hates me.
She pulled a "you're not my mom" line?
Not this time.
Ah, you're doing fine.
It's so quiet here. Like the ghost of a planet.
Not even a vault could fix this.
Wow, I flew far. Nope. Dang.
Taking her up. Where to next, Pathfinder?
Probably Aya, so we have stuff on that planet too.
Bill's been asking if you can come by.
Damn it, Sid.
What's going on?
I get influence with power players, only to have it squandered by a sister calling in favors under my name. Do you know she got the genome for... oh, what is it? Cats. Pulled from storage. 1, there's no place to grow anything right now. 2, it seems they aren't even a food. So why?
Lots of people love cats. They make them happy.
I don't think we're in a position to put amusement over necessities.
That is
She just
true.
doesn't think. Tries to help everyone, damn the consequences. And she thinks what we do is so exciting, but doesn't really understand what it takes.
How can she, when you keep trying to shield her from your work?
I just didn't want her to grow up before she had to, like I did.
She's shown she's ready. Trust that. You can't protect her forever.
But what if she gets herself into another mess? What if she gets hurt?
Whatever happens, I'm here for the both of you. I care about Sid. Because I care about you.
Right,
Odd
all right.
segue, but okay.
I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything. How about I let you get back to work?
Siblings, am I right, chat?
Still thinking about the Turian arc. Mason and Avitus. I hope Avitus is doing all right.
Time heals all wounds, as they say.
Heals the wound, doesn't erase it. You don't lose someone like that without scarring.
So why weren't you on the Turian arc?
Our dad left Palaven with us long before the Ark even existed. I don't know if we really count as members of Turian society anymore. But who needs all those rules anyway, right?
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
Wow. Yeah. Like Drax said, you're doing just fine. Broken World, come on!
In the armory.
Where's the armory? Kidding, I think I know where it is.
I always have time for you. You know where to find me.
Oh, it's probably what we talked about. Okay. Ooh. Actually, I want more incendiary ammo. Don't need remnant decryption keys because we already got them all. You know what? Why not? Alright, we'll head to Aya now. We'll take a little stop at the Nexus afterwards. See how things are going there after the Turian arc. And honestly, probably after just work on main story because, well, we still have a lot of quests on Aya. Oh, wow.
else you need, Suvi?
Indulge in a little luxury. See if you can find Angaran batteries. El's been muttering about those.
You got it. Ryder.
Unrefined goods on sale right here. Make them your own.
Ambassador, I trust our people had a smooth transition to Aya.
The Angara have been gracious. Everything's going well.
Good. Keep me updated. 10 out.
I've never lied to a director before.
So it wasn't smooth.
Pathfinder, it's a pleasure. I'm Ambassador Riala, Chief Diplomat for the Initiative on Aya. I was removed from Cryo specifically for this. Quite the wake-up call.
I know what it's like, jumping out of the cryopod and into the fire.
You've had it far worse. My condolences on your loss. I hear you're to thank for our new ties with Aya. This is our best shot at an alliance. Now we just need to keep our people from wrecking it, no matter how hard they try.
If something's wrong, I need to know.
Maybe you can help me fix it. A Solarian botanist named Sorvis Len is here, learning how to improve our crops. He sent an urgent comm, saying a member of the Angaran resistance had threatened him.
What happened?
I'm not sure. Sorvis is an excellent scientist, but not the best communicator. I'm concerned this could escalate if someone doesn't look into it, but I don't have the staff to spare.
I can go settle things. I'm a friendly face for both sides.
That would be helpful. With any luck, we can prevent this from getting worse.
What's our end goal for Aya?
A strong alliance is all we can ask for. It's what we're working toward. Helios is the Angara's home. They dictate the terms of this partnership, not us. We need them as allies, and they could benefit from us. But we have to tread lightly.
Show them we're not invaders.
Historically, when two civilizations meet, one consumes or destroys the other. We need to break that cycle.
How many of our people have they let into the city?
A strictly limited number, and only certain professions. Scientists, engineers, and scholars. The Angara have agreed to allow some of our people to work in Aya's research facilities.
That's huge.
It's more than I expected. Tan wants me to push for social visits, but I'm holding my ground. We need to move at their pace. They've been extraordinarily gracious, all things considered. I'll take whatever they're willing to give.
You know, going like that sounds better. Don't be pushy.
Aside from Sorvis Len, is everything okay? Need anything else?
Actually, yes. Director Tan gave me a project. He wants more Aya natives to live on the Nexus. He thinks it will deepen our partnership. A few Angara expressed interest, but none of them will agree to live on the Nexus without speaking to you first.
Why me?
After what you've accomplished? I didn't want to bother you, but you asked. I'll point you towards the candidates. If you could convince them to transfer, I'd be grateful.
That's all for now.
I'm here if you need anything.
The vessel.
trials on Bolus, Elcor, Drell.
How many different species did your initiative bring here?
As many as we could. Several of them haven't arrived yet.
Stars and skies. I never imagined so many cultures living together in harmony.
Harmony might not be the correct term. More like enlightened spirit of cooperation.
Honestly, that sounds more accurate. It's more like we put up with each other.
Pathfinder, Ambassador Riala didn't think you'd have time for me.
She said you needed to talk before agreeing to live on the Nexus.
This is the opportunity of a lifetime. I'm an anthropologist, but I've only ever studied my own people. I've heard the Nexus is home to multiple species and cultures. It will be fascinating and possibly dangerous. Bacteria, viruses, other contaminants. My family worries about me. Are you sure I'll be safe?
We'll take every precaution, but entering an alien environment is always a risk.
I appreciate your honesty, and so will my family.
Yeah.
I'll convince them to let me go. Thank you.
Is that Prothean beacon?
Pavoa, I'm glad they finally let you into the city. You deserve it. This
Oh,
is
it's you.
Aya's Cultural Museum and History Archive. It's small, but you've already made it brighter.
Any insight you can give me on the remnant tech?
We don't know much. To our understanding, it's always been stars. I would love to be the one to solve that mystery.
This is...
But it's got a lot. With enough hard work, yes.
You said the helmet was...
With the drive core, but that may not be...
Or in the...
Storms. I hadn't even thought of that.
Hi, I have your stuff.
Hello, Pathfinder. Any good news for me?
I picked this up. Any idea what it might be?
How in the skies did you find an Angaran star map? One that still works, even. It must be pre-Scourge. If we analyze it, we can learn where our people traveled before the Dark Age.
Do you know much about where your ancestors traveled?
No, not at all. The Scourge wiped out nearly everything. We're only just beginning to travel again.
Could they have made it to another galaxy, like us?
It's possible. For all we know, there are entire Angaran worlds beyond our reach.
I picked up this figure earlier. It might be Angaran.
This is unfamiliar to me. It does resemble an Angara, but it looks so strange. It's clearly centuries old. Is it an artistic interpretation, or is this what we really look like? The implications. Pathfinder, you may have discovered our earliest artifact yet.
If I'd known what a big deal it was, I would have let it ride shotgun.
No harm done. It's
What's
seen
shotgun?
centuries of wear. One bumpy ride won't change much.
Is this Angaran? I found it on one of your homeworlds.
Son above. It's an ancient Ravan, a musical instrument. It uses Angara's body energy to produce music.
What?
We have them now, but nothing this beautiful. The songs it played were probably lost long ago. How much culture have we forgotten? Art, music, stories, it's all gone.
Big flirtation.
You're already rebuilding. Look at Aya.
We have a long way to go. In any case, relics like this help us. You've given me more to study than I ever expected. I've got a lot of work ahead. Thank you for your help, Pathfinder. I'll let you know if I discover anything.
Nice. Hello, Sorfus.
I can't work under these conditions. What does it take to be left alone?
Ambassador Riala sent me to check on you. You reported that someone in the Resistance threatened you. Tell me exactly what happened.
I didn't know Riala was sending the Pathfinder. I deserve no less, of course. I was measuring the photonic dispersal from the canopies when some random brute interrupted me. I asked him to move, and he got nasty. Said it was my fault his friend was dead. Ridiculous.
Do you know what he meant by that?
He ranted nonsense about a vessel and selling slots to outsiders. He got right up in my face and compared me to a cat. He wanted to kill me. I could see it in his eyes. The whole conversation made no sense. I think he was inebriated.
Sounds like there's more to this. Don't suppose you caught his name?
Didn't ask, didn't want it, didn't need it. When he left, I tagged him with infrared dye from my sample kit. Invisible to the naked eye, but not to a scanner.
I'll scan people around the Resistance headquarters. See if I find him.
You're supposed to represent our interests on Aya. Go, represent. I have work to do.
Yeah, communication's not your strong suit, huh, there, bud?
It is difficult to enforce laws on a group that operates outside of them.
The Mosai being rescued? Definitely the Mosai being rescued. They're still using adaptive encryption, but...
Let's go over this again, everyone. Center ground.
I detect the infrared dye Sorvis Len used to mark the person who threatened him.
Oh, hi, Cora.
It took humanity 8 years to get a Citadel embassy back home. Pretty impressive to get one here so fast.
All it took was handling some remnant.
It'll take more to keep this partnership going.
Yep.
Ambassador Riala will handle the embassy. Lets us focus on everything else.
Ooh. Hi.
Inventory's there. Go on and look.
That's a cute pistol.
Efra's letting me record a few sessions.
Pathfinder.
Let the Angara have
You
some smart
again.
tactics. Now I'm hold out against the cat.
I know why you're here. The botanist. You want an apology for what I said to him.
I only have one side of the story. Tell me yours.
It's hard to explain.
Try me.
Aya isn't big enough to give everyone a home. We each live here a short time and then move on. For someone to come, another must go. The exchanges are chosen at random. We call this arrangement the Vassal. Time of change. It worked well. Until now.
The Vassal never accounted for outsiders living on Aya.
There's only so much room. When our leaders agreed to make a place for your people here, it came with a cost. My friend won a place on Aya, but he sold that slot so one of you could stay here instead.
Sold it how? What did he get?
Comforts for his family, resources to improve their home on Haval. He always put others before himself. That's how he died, fighting Ket on Vold. When I found out, I was angry. Said things to your botanist I shouldn't have, but I'd never hurt your people.
I believe you. And I'm sorry for your loss. Between us, that botanist is kind of a jerk.
He didn't fear my anger. I respect that.
I'll talk to our ambassador. See if we can minimize our impact on your Vassal.
We don't expect things to be easy. Only that you understand, nothing is free for us.
I was wondering that because Aya seems very small. Also another reason why I don't really drink. Alcohol does things to people that I'm not a fan of, so I just stay away from it. Also, it sounds like his friend was a good person.
Govajon, Pathfinder. I've been practicing the language.
Nice.
Any news on what happened to Sorvis Len?
Do you know about the Vassal? The Angaran lottery that decides who gets to live on Aya?
I've heard of it. Why?
Angar are selling their slots to come here, so our people can stay in their place. Including a member of the Angaran resistance. He was killed on Vold. Wouldn't have happened if he'd been here.
No one told me of this arrangement. Well, we have to do something.
If we reward the Angara for their sacrifice, maybe they won't resent our being here.
And we can ensure their survivors receive compensation in situations like this. Thank you, Pathfinder. I'll forward your proposal to Director 10 immediately.
That sounds pretty good.
I'm here if you need anything.
Like you said, nothing for Angarans are free, so if we pay for the right to stay here for a while. What do you guys think, chat?
You're one of Ambassador Riala's candidates to live on the Nexus.
I am. Glad you finally showed up. Let's get down to it. I've lived my whole life wanting to meet aliens who didn't want me dead. But my family's here. How can I stay in touch with them from the Nexus?
You'll have ways to send them text messages and comm transmissions.
I want contact with the people I love. You offer machines. Not good enough, Pathfinder.
You know, that's fair. That was a bad answer. My apologies.
I have something to help.
You're absolutely right. Oh. Yep. We don't know much about them. They don't know much about us. Things clash. Tensions flare. Just roll with the punches. Also, for some reason, I have a massive urge to play Dragon Quest Inquisition. Like, I want to play as a dwarf rogue and have her romance Iron Bull. Because I like size differences in relationships.
Ambassador Riala said you're thinking of moving to the Nexus.
Pathfinder. I'm honored even to be considered for the transfer, but I won't be happy as just an observer. I need to work. I engineer power systems. Will I be allowed employment alongside your people?
That's the whole point of this exchange. The Nexus needs people like you.
That's all I needed to hear. I'll have your ambassador start the transfer. Thank you.
Yay. Yeah, I'm sure someone will find him some work. Like Holga? Yeah, kind of.
Invest in your personal protection. Shield yourself.
We're still good.
I found the person who threatened you.
I assume I can continue my work undisturbed?
There was a misunderstanding. We cleared it up.
Then let's not waste any more time. You're interfering with my readings. Good day, Pathfinder.
Jesus Christ. Really is a dick. Right, between you and the botanist is kind of a dick. Yes, he is. Oh, hi, PB.
Ryder, they've got amazing Remtech research going on here. I love seeing our Milky Way peeps mingling with the Angara.
It's kind of nice.
It's early in our interspecies relationship, but I hope we can build on the momentum.
We have an amazing opportunity. And a great responsibility.
Whoa, that's your inspiring voice. You really can't turn off diplomat mode once it's on, can you?
Nope.
Just riding you, Ryder. Keep up the good work.
If should have come to me.
Axel, I'm all right.
You almost died.
It's this guy.
What's he doing here?
Looking for you, actually.
I asked the Moshai to set up a meeting. I don't want us to be enemies.
Is this true?
Axel, Ryder rescued me from the Ket. He risked his life to...
Sloane Kelly saved Kadara. Look how that went.
I don't condone what happened on Kadara, but one bad experience doesn't define an entire species.
Your kind has a history of treating each other unfairly. Just ask the Krogan.
How did you...
I've been watching you. You're invaders just like the Ket, except less cautious.
What does that mean?
You'll know soon enough. Do not trust them, Chauvin.
Axel... He didn't used to be like this. He was curious, brilliant. But the Ket, even without exaltation, they change us.
There's still time to bring him around.
I want to believe that, but his hatred towards aliens...
I'll prove we can be trusted.
I hope so.
Ryder, we just received an emergency recording from EOS. Come to the meeting room when you get back to the Tempest.
Okay.
Gil's been asking if you can come by.
Hey, Ryder.
Hi.
You know where to find me.
I hit the wrong one. Alright. Thank you. Wait. No, yeah, it's been... It has. Okay. Alright. Thank you all for coming. Feel free to like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at Evia Gaming for Twitch and the updates. And if you want to stop on my stream, you two people, feel free to go to Evia7, lowercase Evia number 7 on Twitch. Bye bye.